Thank you so much for your introduction, and please accept Mr. Sanin's apology that he cannot be here. But I'm here to pass his message and our company's strategy to all of you. But before we go to focus on the topic today, our strategy and innovation, I would like to give you the introduction of the current palm oil situation, because I believe that each country has their own character of the oil palm industry. And next, we will focus on the challenges of getting CSPO in Thailand, and then strategy and innovation. For current oil palm situation in Thailand, Thailand is the third biggest producer in the world of the crude palm oil, and we produce about 1.3 million tons recorded in 2010. The main consumption is for domestic market, but since 2006, when we have doubled in the production of the crude palm oil, we start exportation, and only 10 to 15% are export on the average of the last 5 years. Smallholders play a very important role because they contribute about more than 70% of the area planted, which equals to 98% of all growers in Thailand, or more than 120,000 smallholdings. As yesterday, I've heard that the minister said that for Malaysian case, they have about 300,000 smallholders, which equal to only 40% of the planting area. So you can imagine that how significant role of the smallholders have in Thailand. Next, there is more and more importance of biodiesel producer in the Thai palm oil industry, because this sector consumes about 30 to 40% of the crude palm oil production on the average of the last 3 years. For the FFB market, in Thailand it is a seller market because we have no licensing system to set up the mills, refinery, or biodiesel. This over-installed capacity leads about the ignorance on quality when buying and selling the fruit. And in turn, this also brings about the unproductive operation in Thailand. The FFB yield in Thailand is only about 16 to 17 tons per year per hectare, and the oil extraction rate is about 16 to 17% on the average of the last 10 years. But if we think positively, this means that we have the large room to improve. And when there is more and more demand on the oil palm for both exportation and domestic consumption, every sector involved wakes up and see what we can do. This table shows you that we have about 50% to improve our production capacity from 2010 1.3 CPO to 1.9 for the midterm potential if we have the good practice. This is under the assumption that there is no more expanding area since 2010. And this picture shows you our trading system. We have farmers into 3 main categories: independent smallholders, group of farmers, and mini estates. Independent smallholders means they have no link at all, even between the group farmers themselves, with the middlemen, or with animals. And the second distinguish of Thailand compared to other countries is that we have so many estates. The mini estates mean one smallholder, most of them hold the planting area less than 1 hectare. Then we have high number of middlemen involved, about 1,000 of them. This middleman will act as a collection center to buy the fruit from the farmers and then sell to the mills. Another way for the trade is that the farmers will sell directly to the mills. And we have so many standalone mills in the market right now, more than 50%. So what about RSPO status and RSPO progress in Thailand after we have worked for 3 years? for the status and the fact. RSPO in Thailand is driven by downstream people, required by the multinational companies located in Thailand, required for both domestic consumption and export market. It is clearly that why RSPO required for export market, but for domestic, as Thailand is the food hub for the global. So we export lots of food products containing palm oil. And furthermore, there's more and more biodiesel consumption in Thailand. This brings about the important role of the petroleum company to initiate RSPO. And a very good example for the petroleum company who initiate RSPO, and we believe that this company is the first initiator is Shell. So we have to thank you for their role for this. But even though right now Thailand is driven by downstream people for RSPO, but there's more and more positive trend from the upstream people to the aware and importance of RSPO. Right now, Thai National Interpretation has recently approved in October 2011. Meanwhile, Smallholder Standard is waiting for endorsement. The reason why the draft for smallholder is very important for us because the only way to get the significant volume of CSPO, we need the smallholders on board. However, there are many challenges waiting for to getting the significant volume of CSPO, but if we want to work with smallholders. To give you the overview of these challenges to get CSPO in Thailand is that the perception or necessity of having RSPO certification. Because most of the people think this is a trade barrier at the very first start, but later on we see more improvement about their perspective to RSPO. Second, there's no link between individual smallholders and the mills. This leads to the difficulty to initiate and implement RSPO in Thailand. And third, middlemen plays the major role in trading system. But the problem is how to convince and make this middleman in the loop of RSPO. And fourth, premium versus competitiveness. Premium is about the money that the farmers or the mills will get, but they have to lose competitiveness from the higher cost, from the auditing cost and RSPO compliance. So the person who would like to get our CSPO, they have to trade these two things in their minds. And the last one is the independent smallholders as the major country supplying. The current situation for smallholders is that Thailand, the market for FFB is the spot market. And there's no or just weak relationship between farmers and the mills. Smallholders can sell to anyone they want with the high bargaining power. Second, there is a fragmented production area and very small production area. And third, high number of middlemen or collection centers. And fourth, smallholders act independently. Only few formal groups are formed, but currently they form for the business purpose only, not about the best practices or RSPO awareness at all. So challenges for smallholders. First, lack of price incentive for certification. Insufficient premium price. No one can give them the answer that how much money or how much money they will get from the certification. And second, no market access for certified FFB exists until now. When you enter on the green palm, you can see there's only CSPO and CSPKO available. They are still left behind. Second, high cost for audit and compliance. RSPO member fees, group formation, documentation, auditing costs and trainings. And third, challenge to set up the group certification, funding. And the last one is that there is no strong requirement from the mills to smallholders on farmers. But what we can do to raise more awareness about RSPO and our company's strategy to make RSPO real, The first one is to create the positive atmosphere of RSPO, which can be the good start when we would like to ask for cooperation or support. So we created 4 main activities. Suppliers audit since 2008. We joined Thai RSPO activities such as the public consultation and roadshows. And Mr. Sanin, who is the real speaker today, also the key speak person during the activities. And third, we send RSPO messages through the related association. And fourth, communicate with the stakeholders in two-way communication with our customers as well. After we create a positive atmosphere, next, we build the closer cooperation among all related parties. But the biggest challenge are still to work with independent smallholders, stand-alone mills, and middlemen. These pictures show you our activities during the supplier audit, so I will go for it real quick. And second, we have to use the toolkits which converting the RSPO into easy to understand and practical manual in Thai context. These slides show you the available toolkits that we can use. The very good example are the first 3 examples: the national gap, the FFB quality grading, and the oil palm farm management, contributed by the Thai government and under cooperation with the Germany government. After we have the tools, then we created the work model to work with our suppliers, ranking by the priority 1, 2, 3. In the blue box, it is our first priority to work with in the short term. To work with the current supplier having the potential and their own plantation. The second priority for the midterm is that we have to work with the green box, the big effort to suppliers and the smallholders under group certification. And for our long-term goal would be to work with other suppliers, our current supplier, but no interest at all about RSPO and smallholders who are independent smallholders. After we create the work model, there are 4 main key points we have to work with. The first one is Bible, second, consultancy, third, support, and fourth, work. When I'm talking about Bible, this doesn't refer to religious or anything, but this Bible means the practical manual for converting RSPO, P&C into easy to understand text. Second, to provide consultancy, to be their nanny or babysitter, to give them the information, news, and be there for any questions they want us to answer. Third is to provide potential mills, support the potential mills to be the group managers for smallholders. And fourth, to work with the mills to set group structures for smallholders. After we have the work model, and then we have set up the timetable to work with the mills. There are 3 suppliers that we have visited, mill A, B, and C, which have the different in characters, readiness to work for RSPO and information. But for mill C, it seems like they have less competition compared to mill A and mill B. So we have more activities and jobs to do with this mill C. We will start from the head, meaning that we will meet with the management at mill C site to make the head aware at first about RSPO, and then we work from head to tail to work the working team and then make them to be certified. Okay, time sums up. I will go for it real quick. Here we are at the conclusion. First one, the oil palm and palm oil is a growing business in Thailand, and the major volume comes from smallholder. But there is a large room for big improvement because of the unproductive operation right now. RSPO in Thailand is driven by downstream people. And to get significant CSPO volume in Thailand, we need smallholders on board. But there are many challenges waiting. But the one way that we can help to ease out the process is to simplify RSPO document for them. And I believe that if we have the close cooperation throughout the supply chain, CSPO in Thailand would be too difficult to reach. Thank you.